we're going to be rebuilding the Los Angeles Rams, but with the new addition of Braden Fiske, Jared Verse, and Kamren Kinchens. Also, as you can see, there is no Aaron Donald. It seems like they completely stacked up on defense, getting Jared Verse, Braden Fiske, and Kamren Kinchens all within the first round. Kinchens coming out of Miami here. I think he's a baller along with Jared Verse and Braden Fiske because I am also a Florida State fan myself. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. I would appreciate that. Now, Jared Verse here, yes, I'm a Florida State fan and a Baltimore Ravens fan. I live in Florida, the Ravens fan. I'm not even going to explain that. But for right now, Jared Verse, I loved watching him at FSU, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know how high I was on him as a prospect. I just wasn't crazy about him moving into the NFL. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I just personally didn't study up on him, like actual film or anything, rather than just watching and enjoying his games while I was at Florida State. And Braden Fiske was just a total baller at Florida State. I'm actually going to keep him at the 2 here. Kobe Turner is actually pretty underrated. I'm going to keep him there. They got Trey White on a 1-year deal here in the offseason. I don't really understand the move there. Trey White's been injury prone. I mean, they didn't give him a huge contract, but at the same time, it wasn't necessarily necessary, if you want to say that. They brought Darius Williams back as well. They got Cameron Curl. That was a nice addition. I really like Kamren Kinchens. They also got Byron Young, who I'm going to move here to left end. This dude is actually crazy in Madden simulation. I've seen him win like Defensive Rookie of the Year multiple times before in a simulation. Cooper Kupp, he's an 88 overall in Madden now. He's a superstar X Factor still, but he is 30 years old, so I don't know how long he's going to be with this team. But on the bright side, you got a baller in Puka Nacua, and also Kyren Williams looks very promising as well. And I forgot they drafted Blake Corum, so this is a last-second change, so I'm going to change his contract to the 4 years, which it should be, and start Ev. I'm not really a fan of this pick, Corum to the LA Rams and not the LA Chargers. I mean, I guess he gets to stay local to his head coach in Harbaugh, but it's still a weird pick. I'm just not for it. I really like Kyren Williams as the #1 guy. The O-line doesn't look bad. It's just not amazing. Jonah Jackson isn't a huge change here. The center, he used to play left guard in his rookie season, I believe. Then left tackle isn't anything special here with Joseph Noteboom. We got Rob Havenstein, who's pretty old, the right tackle. We got Tyler Higbee, who's also pretty old. Matthew Stafford, he's a top 10 quarterback in real life, but in Madden, I'm gonna have to replace him. Like, it's just the reality of it. He's 35 years old. He's gonna do nothing but regress in simulation. I can't do anything about it. EA will never fix it themselves. He's a great quarterback in real life, but again, in Madden, I'm not going to be able to do anything. 5-2, top of the division. The Cardinals are 0-7. Looking at the team ranks, not very good, but we have a good overall team record, so I'll take it. We also have a breakout defensive back here, coming off a 49-17 loss against the Steelers. And who are we looking at? Kamren Kinchens could potentially get superstar dev. That's sick. And for the scouting national focus, I hate to do it, but it has to be quarterback. For the players ready to negotiate, Kevin Dotson is 26 years old, but at the same time, that doesn't really matter because offensive lineman regression, I believe, starts at 31 or 32. $9 million a year. I don't quite know about giving him that much, but at the same time, he is a good guard, so I will re-sign him for that. And then everyone else here are just a bunch of extras that I don't really want, but let's see if Kamren Kinchens does get his superstar dev. Okay, so we beat the Cowboys 24-17. We're 6-2 top of the division. The Cardinals are 0-8. Rough time for them. And Kamren Kinchens had a pretty quiet game out there, so unfortunately, he does not get superstar dev after the win to the Cowboys. 13-4, top of the division for our team rankings. Offensive points per game is 15th. Passing game is 8th. I'm in the Dallas Cowboys playbook. Defensive points per game, we're top 10 for our defense, despite losing Aaron Donald, coming off a 17-14 loss against the Niners. That would have potentially gave us the first seed here, but of course, it's the Cowboys getting the first seed. Who would have guessed? Stats and awards, Matthew Stafford, top 10 QB. I'm still going to draft his replacement, but I probably won't start them. 10th best offense, 6th best defense for the team. 4,100 yards, 32 touchdowns, 10 receptions, 101 pass rating. Good year, great year for Matthew Stafford. Again, he's just going to regress. He has a mentor tag as well. So I'm probably going to draft a QB year 1, but he's going to be on the bench and then quote unquote learn behind Stafford. But I'm pretty sure the mentor tag only matters if they're a second string quarterback. But rushing wise, Kyren Williams with almost 1,200 yards, 4.1 per carry, 10 touchdowns. Nice season for him. Blake Corum, 8-5 of those touchdowns. Cooper Kupp in this ball distribution is looking really nice, but Cooper Kupp with 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Tutu Atwell, only 2 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards though. Puka Nacua with 800 yards, but 11 touchdowns. Tyler Higbee with 6 touchdowns. Ernest Jones with 111 tackles for a loss, 17 for Jared Verse in his rookie season with 8.5 sacks. That's a baller rookie year for him. Kobe Turner with 14.5 sacks. and no, I mean 14 tackles for a loss and 6 sacks. Byron Young, again, I'm telling you, this guy's cracked in simulation. He's a normal dev 76 overall, and he put up 12.5 sacks and 11 tackles for a loss. If you're starting a franchise, he's so easy to trade for because he only has normal dev. Get this guy on your franchise. Braden Fiske, as a second string defensive tackle, is getting 11 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks. Great season for my defensive line here. I mean, Aaron Donald's a baller, of course. He's easily a Hall of Famer and arguably the best defensive player of all time. Some people say it's Deion Sanders or Lawrence Taylor, but let's be real. Older guys that played in the 80s, I know some of those, Deion Sanders didn't play necessarily in the 80s. Talking about Lawrence Taylor, they can't compare to today's athletes. I don't want to hear excuse from that. It's like, let's be real. Would older athletes like Barry Sanders ball out in today's league? He would do solid, but would he do crazy? No. They would get absolutely manhandled by today's athletes. There's just more competition at the athletic position here, at all athletic positions for all sports. Darius Williams, though, 6 interceptions. Sorry for that ramble. And then safeties, 1 for Byron Young, 1 for Jared Verse, 1 for Kobe Turner. The entire defensive line is taking turns here, and 0 defensive touchdowns. Honestly, my entire defensive line should go up in a dev except for Braden Fiske, who still had a solid year. Can we beat the Philadelphia Eagles to move on to the divisional round? Will the Philadelphia Eagles be back-to-back wildcard exits? They will not, as we are back-to-back wildcard exits. 42-21, our top 10 defense allowed 42 points. Oh, and the Cowboys win in Madden simulation. Who would have guessed? The EA devs Cowboys fans make them win every simulation and make Dak Prescott seem like he's an absolute god for some reason. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. Mike McCarthy, coach of the year. Sure, dude. Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons. That's kind of realistic. But then the rookies of the year are not correct other than Terry and Arnold. In the NFC West, Trent Williams, Justin Pugh, Matt Prater, Kelvin Beachum, and P. Carroll all retire. I don't know why I was blanking so hard on that. For the team upgrades, Matthew Stafford stays the same. Honestly, the entire offense just stays the same. Defensively, dude, you're telling me this dude gets 12.5 sacks and he's the best you can do is normal dev? I'm giving him star. Realistically, he should have superstar after that season, but I'm just going to give him star. And then Jared Verse, how is that not really defensive rookie of the year? I mean, I guess Terry and Arnold completely balled out, but like, come on, dude. Rookie season, 17 tackles for a loss, 66 total tackles, 8.5 sacks. Amazing rookie year, but I guess he's just going to stay star dev. And also on top of that, Jared Verse did have a safety along with Kobe Turner, who also had a safety. And Kobe Turner also had a great year. I'm giving him star dev. My entire defensive line, it's not superstars. It's not like I gave them abilities or anything, but giving Byron Young and Kobe Turner star dev, I think is more than fair. Then Darius Williams, after having 6 interceptions on the season, and Kendrick here also both get star dev. Darion Kendrick is 24 years old. That's nice to know. He's going to be a long-term player for the team as long as he has star dev. And Michael, he's already 4 years in the league. He probably won't get up to an 80 overall, so I don't really need him. But I like Ernest Jones. Need some outside linebackers. I'm still, again, going to draft another QB, even though he went down from an 83 overall to a 79 overall without the boost. So that really sucks for us. I can't really do much about that. But for now, let's move into the re-signing. For the players ready to negotiate, all these extras here I just don't want. So I'm just going to see what we have for free agency. So the only player I got in free agency that actually interested me was left outside linebacker Malik Harrison, who I got on a 2-year team-friendly deal. So I'm fine with that. So I'm at pick 24 because the AI just decided to skip the first round for me and just get straight to my pick. I guess I accidentally turned on auto or whatever, some auto simulation thing. So let's look at the QBs that we have here. Carl Duggan, and then we got Chance Leak. Honestly, not even a bad selection of quarterbacks here. Carl Duggan, more like Dugan here. Elite strength, elite throw power, super slow, but he's not Tom Brady slow. F stamina, B awareness. Not bad. I don't know if it's first round. This is what I like to see. Chance Leak, very balanced, great throw power. It's not quite elite, but it's better than the other guy athletically. He runs a 4.59. C awareness is what concerns me. It's going to be a lower overall. And then we got Jacob Griffith, elite throw power, elite strength, solid speed. Doesn't need to be crazy, but his skills just aren't there. Dennis Krieger, second or third round, solid throw power, elite speed, runs a 4.49 at his college pro day, elite change direction, great acceleration, C awareness. See, this is where it gets weird because it's between this guy or Chance Leak. Chance Leak is 6'3", and then Dennis here is 6'3" as well, 209 San Diego State. Chance Leak out of Ohio State. It just depends who you want, and I'm honestly kind of leaning towards this guy. He doesn't have the throw power, but he has the elite speed. He has F stamina for being an athlete. Really? Elite speed, F stamina. Weird. Chance Leak here. He has A to B stamina. I think Chance Leak is the better guy. He's out of Ohio State. I'm going to take him in the late first round. I'm glad I didn't have to trade up for a QB. Very balanced athleticism. C awareness concerns me, but at the same time, Dennis Krieger, the other guy that I'm kind of looking at, also has C awareness. So Chance Leak out of Ohio State is going to have hidden dev, 92 throw power, 86 speed, 91 acceleration, 88 change of direction. He looks like he's going to be the QB of the future of the team. But for now, Matthew Stafford is still going to remain the starter. In round number 2, getting a new wide receiver. I don't want Tutu Atwell as my slot. I'm going to have this guy as the number 2. Puka Nacua is going to be my slot because this guy's 6'3". He has 92 speed, 89 agility, 91 acceleration, hidden dev. Solid skills across the board. Got him in the late second round. And in round number 3, getting a left guard. I'm going to move him to left tackle. I don't care if that's not what he plays, but still 85 strength, 80 acceleration, hidden dev, solid skills across the board. Now, this is the team after the draft. New left tackle. We got a new quarterback for the next season. Stafford. The unfortunate thing about not benching Stafford and then not starting, of course, Chance Leak. I guess that was a poor way of phrasing it. But Chance Leak is now missing the opportunity to get a potential dev up because if you win Rookie of the Year, you're most likely getting a dev up. And then Puka Nacua, I got on the slot, but Chance Leak, he is going to be the number 2 because Matthew Stafford gave me top 10 QB play last year, so why would I start Chance Leak whenever Matthew Stafford is still giving me some good numbers? And then Sawyer here is a 76 overall for a late second round pick. That's really nice. Puka Nacua is going to be in the slot. Defensively, what do we got? Any other additions that I made? Not really. I actually picked all offense, I think. Yeah. And then in the 4th round, I think I did get a tight end who apparently is not here. I guess it was terrible. And then I also got a right outside linebacker, Larson. He's a 61. Not really the best linebacking core, but it is what it is. For now, Puka Nacua is going to stay in the slot. And then apart from that, the team does still look really good. I like what we got across the board. Very youthful team in some parts of the offense and defense. So that's what we have to look forward to. But for now, hopefully Matthew Stafford can still give us some good numbers. At the midseason mark, suddenly the Cardinals are good because they are 4-2, second in the division. The Niners are 5-2, top of the division. We are 4-3, third in the division, and based on our team ranks, the Lions don't really seem to be doing too hot with Jared Goff in the offense, apparently, after paying him that absolute bag. Our offense is mid, defense is top 5 in points per game, but our defensive rushing game is 22nd, which is surprising. For the weekly awards, Puka Nacua gets 4 receiving touchdowns, 225 yards, and Tre'Davious White 9 tackles and an interception. For the scouting national focus, it has to be linebacker here, and we have $90 million to spend. Ernest Jones, even though he only has normal dev, I do want to keep him on this team. I'll increase his bonus and his salary just a little bit, about $9 million a year. It's not really ideal, but he still resigns with the team for 5 years. Tutu Atwell, he's only 24? Really? I thought this guy was like 27, dude. I swear to you, Tutu Atwell being 24 is kind of crazy to me, but I just don't want him. I already drafted someone to replace him. Rob Havenstein, 2 years? How about 1 year, bud? You like 1 year? No, he doesn't like 1 year. Bobby Brown, Colby Parkinson, and all these other extras I just don't want. And we somehow make the playoffs at 9-8, third in the division. I guess the Cardinals are balling now. Our defense magically sucks. That's just EA simulation. It happens in every video that I do. Stats and awards. Matthew Stafford, he looks like a top 10 QB again. 13th best offense. Defensively, we just suck for no apparent reason. 4,100 yards and then 35 touchdowns. More interceptions now. 104 pass rating. I like him, guys. Don't get me wrong. These are nice stats, but it's going to get to a point where he drops down to a 75 overall and he's going to be unusable. So after this season, I'm going to bench him. This is Matthew Stafford's final season as a starter with us, or I'm just going to trade him. Then Kyron Williams, 12 touchdowns, 4.7 per carry, 1,200 yards. Puka Nacua with 82 receptions, 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns in the slot. He's balling. Cooper Kupp, not really playing up to his contract here. 7 touchdowns, almost 900 yards. And then Larry Sawyer, or is it Saar, I'm stupid. Either way, Larry, 7 touchdowns, almost 800 yards. Not a bad rookie season. Ernest Jones with 110 tackles for a loss, 19 for Byron Young, sacks 13 for Byron Young. I'm telling you, he's cracked in simulation. Malik Harrison was somehow getting more sacks than Jared Verse, and then Kobe Turner. Braden Fiske does basically nothing. Cool. Interceptions, 4 for Tre'Davious White. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns, 0. I basically changed nothing about my defense, not even the schemes or the playbook, and they're just terrible for no reason now. Can we beat the divisional rivals, the San Francisco 49ers? I highly doubt it, especially with their team. And we don't. 17-14. Let's move into the offseason. And the Niners beat the Texans in the Super Bowl. Finally, the San Francisco 49ers get a Super Bowl win. Fred Warner wins the Super Bowl MVP. There's no way Bo Nix wins the league MVP. That's not going to happen in real life. D'Amico Ryans wins Coach of the Year. Joe Mixon, Offensive Player of the Year. And then, oh, Larry gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. I didn't see that coming. Not even a stellar rookie year. It was solid, but still. Anyways, I'll take it. In the NFC West, nobody retires. For the team upgrades, Leak has Superstar Dev. Matthew Stafford, he also has Superstar Dev, but he regresses so far down. He's a 73 overall now. That doesn't make any sense. Look at this. It says development increased to Superstar minus 22 regression. How do you increase a dev but regress the overall? That doesn't make sense. He's a 73 overall now, despite his season. And this guy, Leak, he's a 74 without the boost. He's already a high overall. I can't do anything, and he also has Superstar Dev, so maybe it was better just to start him. You're number one. But Larry has Superstar Dev. Puka Nacua gets X Factor. That's awesome to see. Cooper has Star Dev. Defensively, Byron Young gets Superstar Dev. Malik Harrison gets Star Dev. And Kendrick gets Superstar Dev. I don't know why, but sure, I'll take it. I'm also going to be changing into a base 4-3 with the Cleveland defense to see how that works. And for the players ready to negotiate, I'm pretty sure I just don't want anyone here. Why is Tre'Davious White's contract not popping up? I'm pretty sure it was a 1-year contract, but I guess Madden signed him for more. I can't really do much about that. I mean, I guess I'll change it now. Seems a little late to do anything about his contract. He's in his final year anyway, but for some reason, whenever I signed him on my roster, EA just gave him 3 years and not 1 year. And Cooper Kupp is an 83 overall. Not really the best, but I guess I'll keep him for now. And again, not a crazy free agency, but we do get superstar left tackle David Bakhtiari. My other guy, Cooper, is just going to be a backup because David Bakhtiari is only on a 1-year contract for now. Then I got right outside linebacker Derek Barnes on a 2-year deal. So now I'm sending Matthew Stafford to the Raiders. Don't worry, he's still going to be the starter who's producing top 10 numbers. Their best QB was a 72 overall Zach Wilson on the Raiders. So they're getting 73 overall superstar dev Matthew Stafford to be their starter. And I'm only giving them, I'm only asking for a 3rd round pick just because he's 37 years old and his cap hit is $49 million. So no one's going to pay more than a 3rd round pick. He's still producing great numbers, but again, he's just old and I need to move on. And at the end of the 1st round, well, more like pick 20 here, I am picking up middle linebacker BJ Stroud or Stoudemire out of South Carolina, 6'1", 240, 88 speed, 87 acceleration, hidden dev. Bunch of A's and B's across the board. He looks great. How is this guy in the late 2nd round? Damian Martin out of Miami, 6'2", almost 200 pounds, great speed, great acceleration, good strength. Run a 4.38, 4.36 as pro day, B zone coverage, A to C man coverage, and he is a zone archetype, so it's probably C man coverage. I mean, he's probably going to have normal dev, but this is good value regardless. Hidden dev. He was a projected 1st round prospect, and I got him in the late 2nd round, so that's great value for this guy who actually looks pretty sick. Then Kai Coles here, man-to-man defensive back, 1st to 2nd rounder, 6 foot, 182, a little bit light here, good speed, decent acceleration, ran a 4.39, and that's considered decent acceleration, dude. A man coverage, B zone, B catching, Mitch Ringer here as well. This guy looks a little bit better too. His kick return, I don't really give a shit about. Zone coverage, and he's about the same as the other guy. I don't know. He's a little bit more athletic, a little bit more balanced in athleticism. I'm going to take Mitch Ringer, late 3rd round, hidden dev. I don't know how these guys are falling. My defensive back group looks sick now. And now we're signing Jimmy Garoppolo back once again because he does have the mentor tag for Chance Leak. Now this is the team after the draft. Going to move Garoppolo to the 2. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Bonds in the late round. Cooper is actually going to play right tackle because I lost Rob Havenstein, so I'm going to officially move him over there. And wasn't Stetson Bennett in like rehab for alcohol or something this year? Is he still on the Rams? I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm just bugging completely. But Sawyer, do I move him to 2? Who's in my slot right now? It's still Puka Nacua. So Puka Nacua is still in the slot. I'm going to move Sawyer to the 1. Puka Nacua is going to stay my number 3 to be in the slot. Cooper Kupp's going to be my number 2. So I'm cool with this. And we got Flournoy. This guy, wasn't he on the Cowboys? Yeah, I guess he got cut immediately. But we got a 76 overall Chance Leak here. So there's a chance this guy could leak out some crazy numbers. I know I'm so funny. But 74 overall, Stoudemire. I'm going to move him to right outside linebacker. So he's going to be the starting right outside linebacker. He could be in rotation for middle linebacker as well. Martin and Ringer are 79 and 78 overall. These guys actually look sick for some reason. They just fell for no reason, actually. I mean, this guy, he's a zone archetype. He's also some man-to-man. I'm going to move him to backup free safety because it's not like 5th string defensive backs do anything in Madden anyways. So he actually goes up to a 76 overall. Well, no, he was a 78, so he goes down a little bit. Ringer is going to be a 4th string here. It's crazy that these guys just casually fell in the 2nd and 3rd round. No sweat. Kinchens isn't really developing at a quick rate, but it's good enough, I guess. I have an 84 overall team. It's not crazy, but again, it's good enough. And then Ringer, do I want Ringer to be in the slot? I'll have Kendrick in the slot. Martin is going to be a backup free safety. Everyone else looks good. Chance Leak is going to get his first chance at the starting QB in year number 3. We still have 2 2 more years to go. 5-2, top of the division. The new defensive playbook, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's mid. 15th here. Defensive passing game is 21st, but our offensive points per game is 7th. Our offensive passing game is 3rd, so it seems like Chance Leak is working out, coming off a 31-24 win against the Giants. Scouting national focus, I think I'm actually just going to keep it at middle linebacker. I'm fine with that. And for the players ready to negotiate, Kamren Williams, superstar dev, 91 overall, 5-year contract, highly interested in staying, and he re-signs with the team. Tre'Davious White, I mean, he's still a 92 overall. We have 1 more year left for the rebuild. I'll do 2 years, $13 million a year. He re-signs with the team. I highly doubt he lasts that long in real life. Cameron Curl, he doesn't like the scheme fit. I don't care. I'm just going to sign him for more money. He re-signs with the team. Darion Kendrick, or Daron, is it Darion? I'm pretty sure it's Darion. I'm going to do a 4-year deal. He is superstar dev. He's young, only $4 million a year. That's steal for a superstar dev. Malik Harrison, I mean, I'm not crazy about him. He's 27, about to be 28. He's going to hate regression. Do I really want to pay this dude almost $7 million a year just to be mid? No. Jonah Jackson, I mean, he's not bad. I'll just do player friendly just to keep him for the rest of the rebuild. He's not crazy either. Maybe I'll sign someone in free agency if I don't want him. David Bakhtiari is going to regress, so I'm going to wait on that contract. Darius Williams, he's about to be 33. It depends how far he regresses. If he drops below an 80, I'll just have my rookies playing for him. So, and then everyone else here, just not really interested in. Jimmy Garoppolo just doesn't want to be here no matter how many times I re-sign him. Josh Carty, I'll do a 4-year contract so that way I can have a long-term kicker. He re-signs. $136 million left to spend. That's a lot of cap room ever since I got rid of Matthew Stafford's contract, and I don't have to pay Chance Leak or Braden Fiske or Kobe Turner or Byron Young or Jared Verse. The list goes on. Let's just move into the playoffs for year number 3. Here we are in the playoffs, 10-7, second in the division. We gave up the division. Our defense points per game is 11th, and then our offensive points per game is 9th, along with our passing offense. So it's not the craziest, but I'll take it, I guess, with Chance Leak's first year as a starter. He's making the playoffs. For the stats and awards, Chance Leak looks like a top 10 QB, 17th best offense, so I guess it's mid. Defense, also mid. But Chance Leak, I mean, this is arguably better than Stafford because I don't have to pay him $50 million a year. He's our franchise QB. He has the day 1 starter tag, even though he wasn't a day 1 starter. And he has 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns to 9 receptions. Better passer rating than Matthew Stafford in both years. And he's only going to progress instead of regress. So that's great. Kamren Williams, 1,200 yards, 4.5 per carry, 16 touchdowns is amazing. Puka Nacua with 12 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. Larry Sawyer, or Sar, I'm stupid. I don't even care. Almost 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Tyler Higbee is outperforming Cooper Kupp. This dude's got to go. Like, Cooper Kupp, I'm sorry, dude. You've regressed so far, I don't need you anymore. And BJ Stoudemire at starting right outside linebacker, rookie year, has 139 tackles and 6 tackles for a loss. Great rookie year from him. Kinchens and Ernest Jones are getting a lot of tackles as well. Tackles for a loss, 19 for Kobe Turner, 16 for Braden Fiske, who's actually putting in work now. Only 7 sacks for Byron Young compared to his other previous 2 years. Braden Fiske with 6 sacks, Kobe Turner with 5. And then really, Jared Verse, 1 sack throughout the entire. I'm pretty sure he's the starting edge rusher. I guess he's a tackle for a loss monster, but at FSU, he was definitely more of a edge rusher. But anyways, 3 interceptions for Kendrick, 3 for Ernest Jones. Safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for Tre'Davious White. Can we finally win a playoff game to move on to the divisional round in year number 3 with Chance Leak? And Chance Leak gives the Los Angeles Rams their first playoff win in what, 3 years? Matthew Stafford didn't win it this year. He lost in the wild card to the Lions, who we're about to play right now. Can Chance Leak go 2-0 to start off his playoff career with the Rams? He does. 24-20 here to face the 13-4 Green Bay Packers, taking the Rams back to the conference championship in the first year as a starter. Here we are against the Packers. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with a punt, and then they're going to do nothing. And then we are finally going to tie up the game 7-7 here in the second quarter, finally taking our first lead of the game. They're going to make it 10-14 at half. We open up the half with nothing, and then we get the ball back, make it 21-10 for the offense. Defense is holding strong, and that's what's keeping us in this game. Offense finally hits back. 25-28 will be your final score. And Chance Leak's first year as a starter, he's going to put up an 84.8% completion percentage, 136 pass rating, 3 touchdowns to no interceptions, and 311-yard game in the conference championship to take the Rams back to the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, Matthew Stafford could not be with us here today, as we're going to be playing the Jets. Imagine the Jets QB is Matthew Stafford. That'd be crazy. It's Jaden Daniels. That makes no sense. And they also got Carl Duggan. I remember this guy in the draft. Jordan Travis is 73, but I guess Jaden Daniels just hit free agency early and only has a 2-year contract or something, but the Jets got him. I can't do anything about the contracts. It's just unfortunate. I can't extend or make any of the years change, but either way, for the team upgrades offensively, I think we look the exact same. I think Leak should have got a dev up, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. Stroudmeyer does get superstar dev. Kinchens gets superstar dev as well. Ringer has star dev. We don't see Martin's dev yet, but still nice upgrades for the defense. Here we are against the New York Jets. They're going to punt, so we're going to respond with 7. Nice start for the team. Second quarter, 7-7 game. We're going to respond with a 3, so we take the lead right back from them. 13-7.5. We open up half with another 7. Well, actually 8 there because we went for the 2-pointer. 28-14. Good stuff for the Rams. Just run the ball. What the hell are you doing? What are you actually doing, AI? They're going to score here. Third down, 15 seconds left. No timeouts. I'm going to make the stop. 3rd and 14. We're running man coverage here. I got this across the middle. Way thrown to the outside. That would have been a dot if I didn't hop in. 4th and 14. 4th down and 14. Got everyone played back here. He's going to the outside. Step up on that nice deflection from Tre'Davious White, and they will not convert on 4th and 10. And that will be the Super Bowl, as we are going to win 28-21. If I didn't hop in there, we probably would have been going to overtime. But thankfully, Chance Leak, his first year as a starter, he wins the Super Bowl for the Rams. And this will be a successful rebuild, but we still have one more year to go. And Chance Leak will be your Super Bowl MVP. Unfortunately, it seems like Matthew Stafford was the final problem holding us back from getting back to another Super Bowl. BJ Stroudmeyer wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, so that's good for us. And in the NFC West, David Bakhtiari retires with a Super Bowl ring. For the players ready to negotiate, Malik Harrison, I just don't want. Darius Williams, I mean, I wanted him before, but he just suddenly doesn't like the scheme fit and wants to be close to home, so I'm just not going to keep him if that's the case. Everyone else here, I'm just not interested in. I have $161 million to spend in free agency. Ooh, Christian McCaffrey, dude. I mean, I know we got Kamren Williams, but it's the final season. Why not, dude? And Christian McCaffrey signs with the division rival in the Los Angeles Rams. We also got Zach Martin, Colton Miller to replace David Bakhtiari, DJ Reader at depth at the defensive line, Roger McCrary to replace Darius Williams, and then we also have Cody Barton, who I'm going to move to left outside linebacker. So the only position of need I need now is just tight end. Dakota Durant here. Baller name, by the way. 6'5", 242 out of Stanford. He's big brain, elite strength, great speed, great acceleration. His skills look amazing. I'm going to pick Dakota Durant. Normal dev. It's fine, though. It's the final year. He still looks sick. Now, this is the team moving into the 4th and final year. Dakota Durant was, in fact, not sick, but I guess, sure, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Christian McCaffrey, Kamren Williams, Blake Corum. What a duo, man. What a trio, I mean. Defensively, this is what we got going on. Linebacking core has improved. Got this guy in the 2nd round. He's a 73 normal dev. Team looks great, in my opinion. Ringer is a star dev, so we're going to put him there. Martin's a star dev as well. Those guys were such steals in year number 3 for the draft. But overall, again, I like where we're at, and I'm going to put McCaffrey. Do I put him as the power back? I'm actually just going to have these guys rotate. No, I'm just going to have McCaffrey starting over everything. Team looks great. Once again, Cooper Kupp is still going to remain the 3 here, and we're going to move into the 4th and final year in the playoffs. 9-8, and we missed the playoffs after improving my team in almost every aspect. EA Sports. Stats and awards, Chance Leak looks great other than his passing touchdowns. 3rd best offense in the league. And my defense is suddenly shit again for no reason. 4,200 yards, 25 touchdowns to 11 receptions, 102 pass rating. Not as good as last year, but still good. Christian McCaffrey, baller. 22 touchdowns, 5.5 per carry, 1,700 yards. But again, my defense is holding me back for no reason. Puka Nacua, 117 receptions, and then almost 1,600 yards, 12 touchdowns. Larry with 2 touchdowns, 900 yards. Cooper Kupp completely washed out now. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's like, it is what it is. And then for the defense, we have Cody Barton with 145 tackles, sacks for a loss, 14 for DJ Reader sacks. Really, this is all I'm getting. Like, literally, Jared Verse peaked in his rookie season, dude, with 8 sacks. Come on, dude. Interceptions, 7 for Tre'Davious White is amazing. Safeties, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. I love how inconsistent Madden AI is. I improved my defense, got depth at defensive tackle, got Ernest Jones, got a new linebacker, got more defensive back help, and I was like, man, no, your defense sucks because we're just throwing darts at a board, and we said so. But anyways, guys, apart from that, it will be a successful rebuild, getting Jared Verse, Braden Fiske, Kamren Kinchens, and Blake Corum all a ring with the Rams, but with Chance Leak out of Ohio State instead of Matthew Stafford. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.